the whole rigmarole. So this is across the board. What I heard was not too surprising, but I realized that a lot of us in the salon industry need to be mindful of this. Now, AI and technology is not going anywhere. Actually, it's going to be coming more into our lives as the time goes on. It is part of growth and evolution, which is great if used correctly. What I'm seeing is, and what I heard from having these conversations this week, feeling the pulse of the industry, feeling the pulse of consumers, is that AI and too much automation makes people feel disconnected. So let me dive into this. Let's go deep on this and let's really unpack what that means for your salon, spa, or wellness business. And again, I love technology, right? I came into the world where I learned everything about being online. I learned how to use technology. I am talking to you right now using technology, and I absolutely think it's awesome. What the problem is that people in these past 2 years, because they were busy, there was an overflow of business in our industry, became a little too complacent and automated. So, what does that mean? A lot of times we automate things to make things easier for us and our clients. But what happens is it causes a disconnect. So the feedback I got from a lot of the salon owners was, I love the automation because it simplifies things, but I feel disconnected because it's not clear. The clients aren't clear as to the services they want. They feel overwhelmed booking online sometimes because they don't understand what they really need. And it causes this disconnect, right? So the consumers are feeling that they can't talk to anyone, right? So hear me out on this and take what resonates and leave what doesn't, right? You don't have to listen to everything I say. I'm simply giving you my perspective, things that I've helped hundreds of my clients with, and what we're finding really works in the salon business school. And after 3 decades of being a salon owner and stylist and businesswoman, what really works and what doesn't. And don't forget, guys, step back into the mind of the consumer, step back into the experience of the consumer, because at the end of the day, that customer journey is what matters. That's why you're in business, to make that customer journey amazing, to make that customer have such a great experience that they can't wait to book with you again. So here's a few things I'm going to share that you can really dive into yourself, take a look at your own business, and see if there's things where you can improve the customer journey. So the first one is, be mindful. Again, while I love automation, I know there's some automation that can even answer your phone. Now AI, there's some programs, one of my dear friend even developed. You can have a receptionist 24/7 answer calls. You can have an AI answer questions on your website. I think that's great, right? That is great to have 24-hour service. So something like that would be really cool, because it's like putting on a 24-hour answering service, kind of like a doctor has, but it's more automated and customized. And I'm not sure how it works, but it does connect and gets trained so it can really help the consumers. That's a cool thing. What's not cool is when that's all there is. So as a client who wants to text someone or wants answers, questions answered, or they're new, we're going to talk about new clients mostly, right? There needs to be a little bit more interaction, because too much automation disconnects people from your business. Now, again, if you don't agree with this, then hey, don't do what you want in your business. I'm simply telling you what we see works and is proven. People today want the human connection more than ever. As you guys hop on, say hello, give me a hashtag live, hashtag replay. If you're listening on the podcast, make sure you drop us a review. And if you're watching here live, head on over to the Salon Business School business page and leave us a review there too if it resonates, if you get value from what I'm sharing. Now, the important part here is having a balance of automation to simplify the process, to simplify checkout, to simplify Connecting with clients, meaning make sure you have a program that you can text them, you can email them, you can do offers, you can stay connected in what you guys are doing. So that can simplify the process of running your business, right? Keeping track of what people order, keeping track of people's services. That type of automation is great. But where automation, there's a little bit of disconnect is in the part where it's not personalized anymore, where everything you're doing is really disconnected. So I had a client who started coming to one of our salons, and she said the reason she left her last salon was that she had to fill out an application and an intake form before she could even talk to anyone at the salon. So while I understand a lot of stylists are trying to weed out who are not their ideal clients, I want you guys to really take a good hard look at this. We are going into a different period of business, and you really have to be mindful. If you make it really hard for potential clients to connect with you, to buy from you, to schedule with you, you may lose a golden opportunity to ever bring that client into your business. And what will happen is if you keep making it really hard, hi everyone, I see you guys coming on, welcome. If you keep making it really hard for people to schedule with you, work with you, ask you questions, you are going to lose business. And that is not the type of business economy that we're moving into now, guys. So don't come for me. These are things that are tried and true, and these are facts. So really reevaluate. Are your clients jumping through hoops? Are you making it impossible for people to connect with you? If someone wants a book online, do they need a PhD to even understand what services they need? Next, your regular clients, make sure you're really clear with them. If you're not pre-booking, which I'm a fan of pre-booking, everyone has different business models. I believe pre-booking is the way to go. Okay, that's my strategy, my formula. If you don't pre-book people, make sure they're crystal clear as to what the services they need next time. So just be like, hey, Sally, being that we're not going to, you're not ready to pre-book today, just want to let you know next time if you're going to be booking yourself online, these are the services, what we're going to plan for your next visit, just so it's really easy for you when you check out. People appreciate that so much because sometimes, again, depending on what your booking page looks like, it could be really overwhelming. They don't understand our stylist jargon, which is going to bring me to the next thing I'm going to talk about. And it disconnects people and they just kind of fall off the wagon. Then they're booking the wrong things. There's all kinds of stress. Let's simplify so the customer journey is better and then your work days will be better, right? There's two sides to this, guys. You have to remember it is about you having a prosperous, wealthy, beautiful, abundant business, but it's also about making sure that that customer journey is so juicy and delicious that they just can't wait to pick up their phone and book their next appointment with you. Next point is when we are scheduling our clients, right? And we're making them get their appointments and everything else, make sure you really listen to what their needs are, right? What are their needs? What is this client looking for? What can make her life easier? Putting maybe an online link to a affiliate link to the favorite products that you sell in your store. Now that's a smart automation. You can put it on your Instagram, you can put it on your website, and you could be really clear like, hey, if you can't make it into the salon, here's my link where you can shop online and you can get the products you need. And for you, that's an extra stream of income. And usually affiliate links then lead to a whole nother promotional profit making plan. And we'll talk about that in a whole nother session. So I wanted to cover the simplicity too. So automation is great, but I want you to take a look and audit your booking pages. The other day, I love to go get blow dries. That's just one of my favorite things to do. So I will go salon hopping, get blowouts at different salons in different towns to feel the experience. I also do secret shopping in my business, the Salon Business School and Maria Fontana Consulting. So sometimes I get hired by salons to be a secret shopper, book an appointment, go through everything, and report back to them what my findings were, what they did right, and what could be better. One of the things I noticed is it's really complicated to book an appointment online with some of the practices. Now, I'll tell you what I see. I see way too many things offered that are confusing even to me, and I'm a hairstylist. Meaning, go through your menu and look at it in a perspective of a client. Is it easy to understand what a root touch-up means? What does that involve? What is included? How do I know that that's the right thing for me? What is a partial? What is a full? What is a balayage? People don't really know what that means. So simplifying your menu can simplify your life and can amplify the customer journey where they're like, oh, this is so easy. I know exactly what I need to book. So really go through your customer journey. I want you to audit your booking pages, audit your website. Look at the things and say what needs to be better and what needs to be simplified. Think about eliminating too much automation where you're detaching from your client relationships, where you're detaching from actually talking to someone. I had a poll, and the poll said that 89% of clients were ecstatic if they got a response when they texted or called a salon within the first 24 hours. 50% of those people said that if no one got back to them within the first few hours, they just moved on. Now, I'm not saying jump through hoops. I'm not saying not have boundaries. What I am saying is really hone in on what do you want this experience to be for your ideal client? What's going to set you apart in the next 2 to 3 years? Because as the industry grows, evolves, and changes, and we're going into a different type of consumer buying mentality, you need to shift and grow as a salon owner, as a stylist, as a business owner. It's really about honing in on what do you want that experience to be. So for today, my last call is going to be automate where it's helpful, but don't automate so much that you detach from the client relationship and you become really disconnected from growing relationships with those ideal clients who are perfect for your business. So guys, if you haven't done so already, registration is open to the Salon Business School. We are going to be keeping the doors open for a few more days, I think. So open registration is available. Head on over to thesalonbusinessschool.com where I dive deeper into all these strategies in growing your business, having less stress, more profits, and enjoying your life more. I want to thank every single one of you for watching. Head on over. If you're not subscribed to the podcast, head on over to the Maria Fontana Show on your favorite podcast platform and listen in. And once again, join us in thesalonbusinessschool.com. I'll see you guys on the other side. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.